Do y'all watch a lot of Flagrant?
I watch a lot more Flagrant now than what I used to.
That's that part, but I still sometimes every now and then, like I've always been an Andrew Schulz. I think one of the reasons I'm a good Andrew Schulz fan is because I've been with him from the beginning. If I just jumped onto him from right now, like I probably would have not liked this nigga too.
You probably went, you gotta understand his temperament.
You gotta understand him.
Yeah.
You gotta understand his temperament. You gotta know this nigga from God Code.
Yeah.
You gotta really see the evolution.
I can't bring idiots. I missed the Geico way. But yeah, I get what you're saying though.
That's how I found out about both of them niggas. Like, you know, everybody knows Charlamagne because of Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
But I didn't really start tuning into him until I saw him on God Code.
Ah, got you. Okay.
I do watch Flagrant though. It's a little, I prefer when there's no guest there, but occasionally they do have a guest that's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a nice interview. The problem is they're not good interviewers.
They suck.
No, they're not.
It's not that they suck, it's that they're not trying to be good interviewers.
No, they're trying to make
are in a dungeon with comedians. The jokes are what matters the most. Even when specifically this nigga Andrew Huberman goes on and he's trying to give you neuroscientists, data, and statistics, he's not gonna win over the jokes.
He's not.
Yeah.
4 other niggas in there shooting.
It fucks it up when I want to actually hear from the guest. Yeah. I want to listen because he keeps shooting and trying to change shit.
Drives me crazy.
And they do the whole fake like exaggeration. To really spice that shit up.
Akash
I just tapped this nigga knee twice. I felt so uncomfortable.
Akash is laughing so high pitched.
Yeah.
It just and he does it so much. I be like,
yeah,
you're fucking me up. You're fucking my vibe up
like,
right
nigga,
now.
The guest's not that funny, nigga.
Yeah, bro, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
These jokes are not that funny, bro. Like, god damn, y'all niggas are just really like.
It's a level to it.
They playing it up.
Yeah, it's a little too much. And then when I saw Sarah Silverman, who was there most recently?
Yeah, they was saying that Andrew was tripping.
Bro, he was tripping.
Like,
is that are you talking about Whitney Cummins?
Nah.
Right. No,
you talking about Whitney Cummins.
Whitney Cummins. Yeah. I said Sarah Silverman.
I didn't listen to that one. It was crazy.
They've always had a weird chemistry. Like, when I was listening, I was like, do they want to fuck each other? Or they like,
it does have that vibe.
Like, what is going on
That's the
right
second
now?
time she was up there, though, right?
Is it?
I think that might be the second time she was up
Bro,
there.
Yeah, she's been on there before.
Weird, bro.
It was strange.
She's not that funny. But niggas was saying, like, yo, Andrew, lay off the coke, yo. Like, lay off the
I saw
fucking,
that. They was eating
or the
him a lot.
Adderall. Like,
they was fucking him up on Reddit, too, bro. They were like.
He was very activated that episode.
Yeah, he was active,
very
bro.
activated.
And it was
Too
just too much, bro. And I was like, damn. And it's like, I only check into his shows every so often. And I do have a hard time finishing them. Like, they were better in the beginning. They were
when
better
they
in
were
the
more
beginning.
about sports.
Not when
No,
it was
not
They
that.
had that nigga, what's that nigga? The black
I
dude.
guess they were
Kaz.
more about sports. That's right. I forgot all
Yeah,
about
That's
that.
why it was
started
called
out.
Flagrant 2 to begin with.
That's
It was
right.
a sports
Yeah.
podcast.
But I see.
He just goes too far. So like, it's like you can't get through the whole thing.
It's a hard listen
hard,
sometimes.
yeah.
I feel like they need to have the conversation, but they can't because he runs.
you got to know.
You know the conversation they have. Do you remember that moment they had on Brilliant Idiots when they were like, "Andrew, you're ruining the podcast."
All right,
Yeah, when he was
remember
all
that?
right, Andy.
Yep.
The
All right,
season of all right,
Yeah,
Andy.
yes. That was like, it's like he needs one of those episodes on Flagrant.
Because the episodes before that, it was just getting to a point where it's like
Niggas couldn't listen.
it's not listenable because they having the same argument, but they're not getting nowhere, and they're really saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But for some reason they disagree, and it's not in an entertaining way.
Yeah.
It's in
Yeah.
a, like this is being drug out for way too long.
I think he's at that point for Flagrant at least.
Yeah,
where he
for
kind of
sure.
needs one of those
a
moments.
little moment. Yeah.
It's you got to this nigga's a full-time comedian and he's balancing 2 shows. He has a wife. Like shit is difficult, man. Like
I don't
especially when you're a comedian. Like
Yeah.
it's completely.
I don't
different.
want to see as much. I don't really want to see Alex Media as much either. Y'all giving
On the podcast,
yeah, like this nigga started popping up on Brilliant Idiots. I'm like, that is not the third mic I want to hear from. Like,
yeah. Where is Wax?
yeah, like for real. Dog.
Wax
There's, like,
should have been a permanent. Like there was a period of time where he was on that
He
bitch for
was
like
permanent.
30, 40 episodes
Yeah,
straight.
straight. No,
He
that's a
shoulda-
fact.
He's
Yeah.
the definition of what a brilliant idiot is. Like
he
he's
really,
the
is,
walking.
he really is a definition. Yeah.
He's the walking, talking version of that
for
shit.
real though, because the nigga would say the wildest shit but make so much fucking sense, bro.
But
like,
you know what he means.
Yeah,
He one of them
yeah.
niggas like you understand what he's trying to say. He doesn't have the vocabulary to completely express it. You kind of got
that's
to
why
pick
it's
up
funny.
where he's leaving off.
it was kind of crazy, but yeah, it's like Alex Media popping up. I'm just like,
That's the white dude that be sitting next to the host, right?
That's the black
the
dude.
black
The
dude.
owner
That's
of
the
the
computer.
computer.
Yeah, but you know what it is too? It's like it's time for Schultz's comedy to evolve. It's time for his shit to evolve a little
to
bit
move
more.
past just being flagrant.
Yeah, like still be flagrant,
just
but
be
you gotta.
offensive.
Yeah, like sometimes, like he still makes me laugh, but sometimes it's just like all right, you're just saying shit now.
There's a technical aspect to being funny.
Yeah.
That like anybody can make anybody laugh.
Right.
But there's levels to funny where it's like that is very it's creativity.
Right.
It's an actual art
Right,
form.
right.
Yeah.
But then it's you got to know when to be funny and when to not be. Not everything
But
is
if
funny.
you lean too far on the flavor
Everything is
side,
funny.
then
No, not
Yeah.
everything.
Everything is funny, but that's not always a reason to
Everything
laugh.
can be
not,
funny.
not everything offensive is funny.
Not everything is meant to have a joke made about it. Meaning, like, there's only so many ways. Like, what's something I could give an example?
Some of it is so situational. Like you
Yeah,
have to,
like-
it has to make sense in the moment.
Like, of course, you could pull funny. Like,
Yeah.
like if nobody talked right now, I could probably say something funny.
Right,
but
right.
it's different than that. Like,
Yeah, I know what I get what
you
you're
gotta
saying,
know
though.
when to be funny.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a lot to balance. Like, you got multiple shows. You're a full-time comedian. When does he write?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he's obviously
That's what
right.
they
dropped-
doing.
His special just came out, the one that he sold direct to consumer.
Nah,
that
that was
just
last
came
year.
out.
yeah, it was last year, but
That was last year.
It kind of was
yeah.
like it
With-
felt. It
and it
was
takes
6 months ago.
It
Like, you
takes
know,
2 or 3 years to
to
make it.
even make that.
Yeah,
So
To
yeah.
get the material,
we probably
to
won't
flesh
get
it
no
out.
special from him for another year. Probably, you know what I mean?
He's back on the road though. He's been posting more clips lately.
Gotcha. Putting his reps in and shit. Like
I don't
that.
even think it's a matter of there's a lot on his plate. It's just a communication issue. Because he had the same problem back in the day when he was way less successful. So it's not a
Yeah, the truth.
Really?
When he was all
this
right,
has happened
Andy.
before.
When he was all right, Andy, it was just like
But it's like now he's on a podcast with all comedians and they all trying to get their joke off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the
are they
time.
all
It's-
comedians? Oh well, yeah.
They're all comedians except
Yeah.
Alex Meady's the only
Yeah,
one that's
yeah,
not.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then, man, I don't know, man. Like, it has to be the way you do it. Like, they need to watch some tough crowd if that's like the type of timing they're trying to be
Oh
Oh,
on. Like,
yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, true.
like it's a way.
Shows like that are hard to recreate, man.
it's so hard, and it's
Yeah.
like what.
The fact that they were even able to make that then
Yeah.
was already crazy. But it's like
That shit was
I
coming
think,
out on
Lloyd,
TV.
I think you all right though. I don't think it's just Schulz. I think it's the whole Flagrant that needs to
it's
be
the whole-
evolved.
it needs
Like,
to evolve a
Yeah.
little bit because now it becomes like just a stick. You know what I'm saying?
like
yeah.
And I went to watch Akash live when he came to Raleigh because I was
Yeah.
like,
Funny
let me
as
see
hell,
what it's
I'm
like.
sure.
He was pretty funny, yeah. But then
Yeah.
there were some parts where I was just like, I see the flagrant stick here. Like now,
Yeah.
you were like, I get the crowd interaction. Some of that shit is hilarious. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
But sometimes I was like, that one was just being a dick move. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
it's
it's like it's hard for you to balance that act. You don't, like sometimes you just come off like directly as a dick.
it's hard.
difficult. It's difficult because this nigga Andrew Schultz's philosophy on comedy is essentially that
Anything
like
can be funny.
he's trying to justify the unjustifiable.
Right.
He's trying to
Yeah,
find
that
funny.
is his whole lane.
He's trying
That
to find
is.
funny on where it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Right.
Which can be hilarious.
But
and a lot of great jokes have come from that
From
formula, that
yeah,
premise.
that's
And a
true.
lot of original jokes too because people won't go there.
Because niggas
Right,
won't
yeah,
go
'cause
over
you-
there.
because
It's
you're
dangerous
the
over there.
first to go, first Indian over the hill type shit.
It's
Right.
uncharted territory.
Yeah.
You got to pull from a void.
So like I respect what he's done for us. I still think he's funny. Don't get me wrong. And I'm still
Oh yeah, I still fucking love
and
him.
I'm
Yeah.
still a fan of this nigga. Like don't get me wrong. Yeah.
I went to go see him live a couple years ago before the
I
pandemic.
can't wait to go see him live.
It was a Valentine's Day show, so I went out
Word.
there with a date. Oh man,
That shit was fire?
That was one of the best dates I ever had in my life. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like this nigga was hilarious as fuck.
Yeah.
I was with a baddie that was a freak at like one of the. She's in my top 5 type shit. You know,
And
Was
she
it-
laughing. That's the best
she
Afrobeat
laughing like a
she had.
motherfucker. Like it was a
Yeah.
great night.
Was
like,
it a theater?
It was the one over there in
It was a little
that,
like comedy, like
that Cinnabon parking lot. What the
Oh,
fuck is
okay.
that?
I don't know.
You know the it's
Is that Carrie Improv or something?
Carry Improv.
okay. So it was a little. It was a
Yeah.
cool club.
It was a cool little. It was a new club too, because that's a new spot
Okay.
that all the big comedians go to when they come to Raleigh. It's either Good Nights, it's either Charlie
I
Good
know
Nights.
D-Ray Davis being that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's either
Yeah.
Charlie Good Nights
Country
or it's that
Wayne.
spot over
Country
there
Wayne.
near the.
Yeah, I think they got a
which-
Raleigh Improv too. I don't know.
There is a
Can't
Raleigh
remember what the- I
Improv.
can't remember what the fucking name of the place is called. I think it might be Raleigh Improv. I
Marlon
can't
Wayans be at the Raleigh Improv. Them
Raleigh
niggas be
Improv
everywhere.
is the one that I'm talking about. I think.
Yeah. But man, I guess it's time for Flagrant 2 to evolve. I don't know what the fuck they would be. I honestly, I don't really watch anybody. Like
I don't watch.
I
that.
don't find like value in a lot of niggas anymore. Which is
It
like
is,
not.
Yeah.
I did watch like a little bit of that new Brilliant Idiots. That shit was cool.
Oh yeah.
But as of now, like I haven't just
I don't
been
finish.
listening to
I don't
niggas.
finish Brain Idiot episodes anymore for some reason.
Word.
Yeah,
Word.
I watch like 70% of them.
I finished them, but I'd never finished them
I'll
in the
go
same sitting.
50 to 70%.
Yeah.
See, I finish most podcasts that I watch just because
Me
it's
too.
just like I'll just
Me too.
I'm a
But
podcast
but
listener
some of them
ass
I watch
nigga.
all the way through. Like I'm a Joe Budden guy. Like I'm gonna listen to
Yeah.
that the whole way. Brilliant
I ain't listened
Idiots.
to Joe in a minute.
Brilliant Idiots. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna start it. I might get 30 minutes in and come back to it later. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I don't have shit going on, I need to listen to something. I already checked everything out. It's like, all right, let me turn it on and see where it's at.
Turn that on the back burner.
It has been, bro.
It's
Hasn't been
hard
the same.
to. I guess it's kind of hard to keep a podcast dynamic going for 10 years. You would say, right? Like,
If you don't have stories to tell, that's all of this shit is stories to tell.
True.
If you're doing the same thing every day.
because one of my favorite parts about Brilliant Idiots was the fact that we were growing with them for the last 10
Bro,
years.
we
Yeah.
were growing
We grew
with
with-
these niggas.
We
That's
grew
fact.
and we watched
Yeah.
them. We watched Schulz talk about getting his first $1 million deal, being able to buy
Yeah.
boxing tickets for him and his dad to go. It's like we saw all these moments.
And we saw
like,
him crying when the industry was like shutting the door on this nigga, and it was getting
right,
real
yeah,
hard.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And then when
So
he
it's-
broke that bitch open on his own, it's like, yeah, my nigga finally made it.
Yeah.
Like you felt like that's your win right there because
Yeah.
you watched it happen.
Yeah, so
It's
it's
a lot of
really
stories
hard
to-
to.
But it's weird though. I can shout out to Louis C.K. I
Yeah.
can listen to anything that he's on.
Yeah.
Louis
You a
C.K.
Louis C.K. fan?
is funny as fuck.
No, he is
gotta
funny. I've heard
get
some
more.
clips.
He's
into
on like that technical level, like a real comedian.
haven't-
Yeah.
Like he's
I like
funny.
him.
He's
than
a little
I don't
motherfucker.
seek it out, but
he's
like-
a little curmudgeon-y though, right?
If he's on a podcast in a podcast form, he's just so great. You know,
good in that,
some
yeah.
people just transfer better than
Depends
That's
on
true,
the medium. It depends on the medium.
Yeah,
It definitely could. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I guess that is kind of a thing too. Like, I feel like one of the biggest things that I learned from Charlemagne was like, don't have your show guest based, because if the guests don't come up, then you don't have
Yeah.
a show. So that was like one of the biggest things. But it's like, now that I'm thinking about it and we're kind of talking about it, I feel like those first 5 to even 10 years of growth, like it could just be us for 5 to 10 years because we're growing with everything, and it could just blow up. And then it's like, once it gets to a point, I can see it becoming more of a guest-based thing if you
Yeah,
keep in that
absolutely.
same formula going, because it's that story isn't there anymore. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
those people that come up with you for those
That's-
10 years is different. You
But
know?
that's
but that's if you
Pod-
stop growing.
and podcasting.
There's
is-
no limit on growth. There's no time.
that's true. Yeah.
But podcasting is weird because it's more like it's not like a comedy special where it's like 2 years of this person's life is crammed into an hour. Like a podcast, it's every week.
We're checking in every
And you're
year.
checking
Yeah,
in, you feel
yeah.
me? So it's not enough time to even fucking.
This shit is very intimate.
It's very
It
intimate.
is, yeah.
But it's probably like an artist, when an artist, has done the same kind of song for so long and then they switch their style. Like the core fans are always like, man, it changed. But some new niggas is gonna be like, I like this direction.
As long as they
Yeah.
pushing it forward, in
Yeah.
your opinion.
the Dom Kennedy effect, pretty much, where it's
Yeah.
like the foundation was so crazy, and then the nigga just completely just flipped to the other side of the coin.
yeah.
Niggas is like, and I will never say it's trash just because I love Dom Kennedy so
Right.
much. But I'm just like, this one wasn't for me, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
It's like J. Cole's For Your Eyes Only.
But I know he got a whole new group of fans just off of that new style. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So, yeah, but yeah, I guess podcasting is a little bit differently. But I know with this show for sure, we got some day ones already. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, man. Shout out to
we
them
appreciate
niggas.
y'all.
Shout out to all the people supporting and shit.
I'm still
from
kind
the
of
bottom
in
of
the,
our heart.
I'm still kind of in the mean. I mean, I'm gonna drop this episode again.
You know how we were doing superlatives last time?
Yeah, I plan on doing them.
It would be a good idea to include the people in the comments, and we put niggas on the dean's list and put niggas in whatever for what they've been fucking saying in the comments.
Oh,
But anyway.
okay. You'd like assign them to some sort of superlative, some sort of
Yeah, you know what I'm
class
saying?
ranking
Like,
as well,
shout out
too.
to you for the solid comments. You're on the dean's list
You
this
in the
week.
red
You know what I'm
balloon,
saying?
motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah.